we are going to see swapping of numbers in JavaScript. Here we have two variables. What does that swapping means? See, here we have two variables, num1 and num2. The value num1 has the variable num1 has value 10, and here the value num2 has variable 20. And here I have printed this both value. Here we can see num1 is 10, num1 is 2. Here swapping means when I print the 20 value should go in num1 and the 10 value should be assigned in num2. Like we are going to see like this. Num1 should be 20 and num2 should be 10. Internally this should happen. How we can do that? Let's see we then examples on the MS Paint. See, when we say num1 is equal to 10, it means that where is our all the documents? Sorry. Let me make it maximum. Yes. Suppose this is a memory. Here we have said that let num1 is equal to 10. By this sentence, JavaScript will allocate some memory, some space on the memory on the name num1. So here it will give num1, the value inside it will be 10. This is once again, this is a whole memory, right? When we say let num1 is equal to 10, it means that the JavaScript will allocate space, some space in memory. The name of that space will be num and the value inside that space is 10. We can see the visual representation here. Here this is a small portion in this memory. The name of this space is num1 and the value inside it is 10. Using this variable num1 we can access this value and manipulate it as well. Similarly, we have given num2, so internally it will make like this. Here it will say 20 and its value will be, its name will be num2. By this sentence, by these two lines, this is what internally happens in the memory. What do we want? We want to swap the numbers, like 10 must come here and 20 must goes here. We want that this 10 must replace from go from here, and here it should come 20, and from here here this 20 must remove, and at that place 10 should come. How we can do that? The one way is num1 is equal to num2. We can give num2, right? This is correct. The place at the value at num2 will be now num1 will be now num2. By this line means the value of num2 is placed at the value at the variable num1, right? Can we, what if we do num2 is equal to num1. Here it will make problem. Why? Let's see. We want to assign at num1 what we want to assign the value at num2. So let me remove this. Initially this will be our right. When we say num1 is equal to num2 means we are placing at num1 what we are placing num2. What is num2? 20. So at num1 we are removing this 10 and placing num2. What is num2? 20. Now it will be 20. How I can make it? Now it will be 20, which is good. Now can we say that num2 is equal to num1? Yes, we can say that, but now this line means num2 at num2 we are placing num1. Then what is num1? 20. See here it was changed, right? So it will remove this 20 and add another 20. Let's see. Before this, let's see print here, and after that, after the assigning value, we are printing here. Again, let's see what is the output. See, initially num1 is 10, then num2 is 20, which is fine. Here we have manipulated this, right? Then num1 is now 20 and num2 is also 20. If I remove this one, there will no be any changes. Still it will be num2. Why? Because when we first assign this one, the value at num2 is value at num1 is num2. Here we have removed the 20 and placed 20 here. Now both here 20. We want 10 here. How we can give 10 here? Remember, when we place something here, now 10 previous value has gone. There is no any way to retrieve that value. So to do that, we can do like this. We can make another variable here like temp. Its name will be temp, and here we can keep any one value, like we can keep 20 or 10 here. If I keep it 10, right, we can now, let's see, 10. Now at this place we have preserved this 10. See here we have preserved this 10 in newly variable. Now we can place here the value of 20. What is 20? Value at 2, num2. What it is? It is 20. Now we can place here 20. Let me take it somewhere upside. Yes. Now here we want 10. Here we want 10. We know that we have preserved the value here. So we can place this value, this value at here. Remember, this 10 has gone. We are placing this 10 here. So it will be like this. See, the value swept. We ignore this value, this temp variable. The value changes, right? Now let's see how we can do that programmatically. So we need to make a special variable, another variable which is 10. Here we will keep variable num1. Now the value of num1 will be assigned in temp. Now we will, what we have done, we are replacing the value at num1 with num2. Now we are replacing num2 with temp. Let's see. See here. Initially the num1 is 10, num2 is 20. Now num1 is 20, num2 is 10. The value is swapped. This is how internally it's working. Initially both were its original value 10 and 20. After that I made a variable. In that variable I placed this num1 which value is 10. Then I place the value of num2 in num1 which is 20. This is replaced. Now we have placed the value at num2 is temp which is 10. So this is how we swap the value. Now let's take it replay what we I can say, change the value and now run it. See, initially the num1 is 45 which is this one, num2 is 50 which is this one. Here I have printed, here I have changed it. After that we have printed, then it's printing num1 is 50, num2 is 45. This is how we change the value of variables. We can say not change, swap the variables.